Shalom. First and foremost, I'd like to give all praises and glory and honor to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Karkadash. Double honors to the elders for preaching this word truthfully and sincerely. And Shalom to the Akim, scattered to the four corners of the globe, preaching the word truthfully and sincerely as well, too. And I say Shalom to you Akim out there. And this is a recent news article from the New York Times of MSN.com. And this was published by Herobai Iko and Karen Zerk 4 hours ago from the New York Times. I mean, if I pronounce their names right. But it says, man driving a U-Haul truck hits pedestrians in Brooklyn. I believe he was a 62-year-old man. He was probably going through some 62-year-old homeless man. He was going through mental issues or something like that. From what I've been hearing, is but I'm gonna read the article anyway, and I'm gonna read it again for edification's sake. It says a man driving a U-Haul truck hits pedestrians in Brooklyn. And it says a man driving a U-Haul box truck was arrested on Monday after he drove it onto the sidewalk, hitting at least 3 people in the Bay Ridge section in Brooklyn. The police said, and it says the driver, whom the police has not identified, right? Because I believe they took him into custody already. They says the driver, whom the police have not identified by Monday early afternoon, has been stopped by officers around 10:50 a.m. He tried to evade the officers. The police said he scrubbed pedestrians in one police vehicle as he fled. He drove through the Bay Ridge before being arrested near Hamilton Avenue in Columbia Street, the police says. And it says, shortly after the arrest, Justin Brandon, a city council member who represent the area in an interview with the NY1s, that the incident seems random, but obvious on purpose. And if I can show the video clip right here, if it plays it. Oh, you gotta view it on YouTube, so I'm not gonna go into that. But I'm just continuing on with the reading. But it says this driver knew what he was doing, that he was hitting people. Mr. Barry said, adding that when the driver was pulled over, he told, "I want to die," according to what the homeless 62-year-old suspect who drove a U-Haul truck into pedestrians on the on-side sidewalk. So, like I mentioned again, he was homeless and probably going through like some mental issues. But continuing on with the reading, it says staff members and a Coldwell Banker real estate official officer meant to say on the corner of 5th Avenue and a Bay Ridge Avenue that they had heard a commotion, the sound like a truck dragging something, perhaps a muffler. But when they ran out of the building, they saw a man who appeared to be in his 30s lying on the eastbound lanes. Amanda Perez, an employee of the real estate agencies, called 911 in a voluntary ambulance emergencies several times, but he couldn't get through. It says, "I was shocked." She said, it was a horror to see. It was a horror to see him in that condition and think something can flee in a scene. It was devastating. Mayor Eric Adams, spokesperson of Family Learfield, said on a Twitter that there are no additional credible threats in the area. And they said this is a developing story, will be updated, right? Because this happened earlier today. And I'm gonna bring out the scripture of, we was gonna live in the perilous times. I mean, even though we've been used and accustomed of hearing things like this, but you're gonna start seeing more things things like this increasingly, on an everyday basis. Yeah, this is 2 Timothy chapter 3, verse 1. This also know that in the last days perilous times should come, right? Because we are living in those times. We're living in the process and the stages of increasing of perilous times, And this is Matthew's 24, verse 12. And this is the book of Matthew, chapter 24, verse 12, through the Holy Scriptures, and it reads, "And because iniquity shall abound, the love of many shall wax cold," right? Because iniquity shall abound, the love of many shall wax cold. And you have a lot of people out here running in today's society, especially in modern day Babylon society. Sometimes they kind of mentally unstable, going through mental issues. But you're going to start to see a lot more of this in the latter days. But you're going to have a lot of homeless people with that mindset of mentally illness. And then you're going to have a lot of them that that's mentally stable. And then you're going to have the ones that are mentally unstable. So that's what you're dealing with in modern day society, That's why the scripture has stated, because iniquity shall abound, the love of many shall wax cold. And then the 2 Timothy 3 and 1, also in the latter days perilous times shall come. So we're definitely living in those times of these two scriptures that I just read, of this recent incident happened right here up in Brooklyn, New York, as a man driving a U-Haul truck, which was stolen from a homeless person, even though they took him in custody. It says a man driving a U-Haul truck hits pedestrians in Brooklyn, So you're going to see more increasing of things like this in the latter days, because we're living in the increasing perilous times, like the scriptures have stated, So with that, hopefully this lesson was edifying. And first and foremost, I'd like to give all praises and glory and honor to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, and Karkadash. Double honors to the elders for preaching the word truthfully and sincerely. And shalom to the Akim scattered through four corners of the globe, preaching the word truthfully and sincerely. And until next time, I will say shalom.